This takes me back to my good old high school days when I was an emo kid. Oh, God. What's shakin' bacons? I thought I'd bring back the red wig just for this quick and dirty Aquaman non-spoilers review, just to channel Mira here. Not exactly the same color, but we're on the spectrum. This is going to be a very quick and dirty review because I have a lot of thoughts about this movie. When I was watching it, like half of my face wanted to smile, and at the same time, the other half of my face wanted to frown. And it's very conflicting to me. So I'm just gonna do a very quick non-spoilers review. I say very quick, we'll see how long it actually is. And then I will have a much longer spoilers discussion that you can click into when you would like to listen to it, or if you don't mind being spoiled, or if you're not planning on seeing it. So let's talk about Aquaman. It's fun, but it's not great, okay? It ain't bad, it ain't good, it's fun. And that's okay. The movie just tells the story of how Aquaman became king, aka the Ocean Master. I've always liked Aquaman. I'm not a huge DC fan when it comes to comparing how I feel about Marvel versus DC, but I've always enjoyed Aquaman, maybe because everybody makes fun of him. I always kind of feel for like the underdog, or I kind of root for the person that isn't always the most popular. I'm like, yay, Aquaman, hee hee. And I love Jason Momoa as Aquaman. I love what he brought to this character. I thought he was super fun. He's like a cross between a California surfer dude meets superhero. I absolutely loved how he portrayed him. I thought he was great in this. It is a non-stop engaging movie. There is action from the start of the film all the way to the end, and it only ramps up and gets bigger and bigger and bigger from there. If you want to go see a movie for the action alone, this is the movie for you. It is nonstop. It's energetic. It pulls you in. There are some really amazing fight scenes, and there are some hugely epic battles in this, to the point where during multiple fight scenes, my first response was, ooh, and then my second response was, ooh. The action was so well choreographed. I really enjoyed seeing Aquaman in action. I enjoyed seeing Atlanta and Mira kind of let rip with their powers. That was really cool to see. I was glad they each got the couple moments that they had. Even though the story's about Aquaman, it shows that he's not just surrounded by these useless characters. The movie does a really good job of sucking you in emotionally with the development of the characters and the central family, meaning, of course, Arthur and his father and mother. By the way, it's good to see Jango Fett finally settling down, having that family he always wanted. And in some scenes, they even bring in Orm, the evil frat mer guy, as part of the family, and you start feeling the emotions and the feels for these people and what they have gone through throughout the movie and throughout their history together. You don't feel that connection with any of the other relationships in this film, certainly not with Arthur and Mira. I don't know, I told you guys I don't watch reviews before I do mine because I don't want to be influenced by anyone else's opinion. However, to me, I will say I don't think that Jason Momoa and Amber Heard as Mira had any chemistry. She was so up and down in this, and I really don't think it's him as much as it is her, because there are moments where she is really on her game acting-wise in this film, and she does a good job, and you can see the two of them connect in certain scenes. And then in a lot of other scenes, it looks like she's just pretending. Like, it's just very, very overdone. And in a lot of the action scenes, some of the moments she's very natural and it's graceful and it's well orchestrated. And then there's a lot of other scenes where she's like, trying to get her powers going, and it's just so over the top and ridiculous. I really think she was like the one bad actor in this movie. And it's not that she's like horrible, she's just so up and down. Regardless, the movie has amazing visual effects. I loved seeing the full power of Aquaman. And in terms of lore for this movie, like, they just freaking went for it. They left nothing out, including a DJ drumming octopus that when you see it, you're kind of like, what was that? But it's part of the Aquaman lore. And they were like, you know what? We've got a shot at doing Aquaman, which is not the most popular hero, and we're just gonna freaking go for it. And they went for it. And it's fun. There is a lot of stuff crammed into this movie. It's a long movie. Like, it's long. And there's a lot in it. There's a lot of subplots. And there's a lot of music as well. The music starts really strong in this, and then it just steadily barrels downhill. There are such strange music choices for this film that I grew steadily more confused as I continued to watch the movie. I actually said out loud, what universe am I in, when I heard Pitbull singing The Rain's Down in Africa. It was very strange. And in some scenes it works, but in other scenes it's just very jarringly out of place, and it takes you out of the story, at least in my opinion. However, the evil guy theme, like when they show for Black Manta and for Orm, there's this really oddly tonal theme that they produce for the evil guys in this movie, and it's really, really good. I enjoyed that a lot. I loved having that. It's very Darth Vader-esque to me, and I really enjoy that kind of execution of music in a film. The story is really where, unfortunately, this movie falls apart. So if you want to go to the movie to see it in terms of the story, I have really bad news for you. It's incredibly predictable, to the point where when you walk in and it starts, you're probably going to know how it's going to end up, which is unfortunate. The entire plot is predictable, except there's one small, tiny twist at the end. There's a lot of subplots and points in this film that are discarded because they are only used simply to lead into another action scene, or there's just simply not time for them because they had to also include these other extra subplots to lead to this other action scene. There is a huge plot hole that almost completely ruined this movie for me that I caught about halfway through the film, and as soon as I caught it, I went, you've got to be kidding me. This would completely nullify the whole plot. This negates basically everything that's happening. This is so nonsensical. I can't believe that this was overlooked or not explained, and I don't think it was explained. I was thinking about it as I was writing this review and as I was using my movie rating scale, and I was like, was this seriously overlooked? But it was, and it almost ruined the movie for me. So if you're looking for a solid plot and storyline, I'm sorry, you're not gonna get it. It's fun. Is it solid? It's not. But it's fun. This is definitely better than other DC films have been in the past. Is this the next Wonder Woman? No. Wonder Woman was a singular standout to me. That one was just phenomenal. I couldn't get over how amazing that was. This one's better than the Justice League, and it's better than Batman versus Superman in my opinion. Like, this one was good because of just the sheer embracing that it did of the Aquaman lore and just the subject matter and how fun it was. They basically were like, hell yeah, and just went for it like it was a rodeo. It's really fun to watch. Is this movie great? No, it's actually pretty dumb. However, it's full of amazing action, it's super fun, and Jason Momoa as Aquaman leaves you wanting to see more Aquaman. My movie rating scale for Aquaman gives it a 48%. Again, for those of you who may be new to this channel, I have attempted to make a very non-biased movie rating scale, and it's in Excel, and I basically deduct points based on criteria for the film itself. And this can often result in a film that I liked a lot getting a lower rating, and in films that I hated getting a higher rating. And in this case, this film got a lower rating based on my scale, mainly because of the predictability. There's some pretty cringy moments in there where they try and force or continue or rush the romantic subplot between Aquaman and Mera. There are a lot of inconsistency and issues with this movie. So those are where the majority of the points fell out for me. But is it fun? Is it entertaining? Heck yes. If you like superhero movies and you're interested in nonstop action and crazy epic fights, you should go check out Aquaman. It is a fun movie to watch. If you're going to a movie to see a plot that blows you away and an in-depth character development, sorry my guy, this is not the movie for you. All right, I think that's it for this non-spoilers review. I will be putting out the spoilers review soon. Let me know in the comments if you've seen this or if you're going to, what your thoughts were. Keep it spoiler free, and we'll talk about spoilers in the next one. I have a warning for you. I enjoy this movie, but I'm going to be fully ranting about the problems I have with it in the spoilers. So if you enjoy rants, come along with me to the spoilers review. All right, my guys, I hope you're doing well, and I will catch you later.